go to change, you got to push the clutch and then change.
But I'm not changing right now.
Well, not at this moment.
I mean, you have to change going down the driveway?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, so go ahead and get seconds. There you go.
Now, how do you slow down? Like, just...
You don't need to.
But with people coming in the driveway.
Well, I mean...
So I don't run over my dad.
He's pulling off to the side, so you just pull up here next to him, and when you get ready to stop, you push the clutch and coast up beside him and put the brake on and stop.
Okay. So clutch, then brake. But you could put brake and then clutch. No.
I mean, you can apply the brakes without disengaging the clutch, but just don't choke it out. Okay, clutch. Brake.
Don't get scared!
Have you got any of that peanut butter cake left?
Yeah. Go over and get you some.
Well, what?
All right, third.
How do you know to go to third, and how do I get to third? How did you know to go to third?
Well, listen to it. I mean,
So third is really as high as I go?
no.
No. What the hell does that mean? It says 3.
Yeah, but okay. So there's a little bit of difference here. Just keep going. You're fine.
But if I'm going over the hill, can I use my brake?
You won't need to.
Okay.
When
I like automatics better. This is too much thought.
a manual requires you to focus on the drive.
Yeah.
Automatic, you just steer it.
Yeah. Yes. Now you go to third?
You hear it revving up?
Yeah, I was going. My gosh, I can't remember the damn trailer and the truck and the gear, and I don't know what damn foot I've got. Shit. How do I stop? I don't like it. Okay, you can hit the brake.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can still use your brakes, like I said, when you just need to do a normal stop, but now just push the clutch in, because see, now you're just coasting.
Oh, I thought you were still...
Push it in, push it in, push it in.
What am I doing?
You have to hold the clutch in.
But I put it in second. I thought I did it wrong.
No, you put it in second, but you got to hold
Now
it.
do I need to go all the way to first?
Yeah. We got to stop sign.
I let the brake out and then the clutch?
Yeah, let the brake. Now, get ready.
Clutch.
Low.
Low. Let off the brake.
Yeah, come on. You're popping the clutch. Honey.
I don't understand.
Start it up. That's Henry. So Henry's already got gas and beat us back. Don't let the clutch out gradually, and then when you feel it taking a hold, then move your foot to the gas and give it some gas so you've got power to go. Because you are loaded, you know.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. So let the brake out, or you let the clutch out?
Killing it again.
I don't.
You're not getting on the gas pedal.
I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard to listen and do this right.
You're in the right gear. Now look, ease out.
Let off the brake.
Ease out.
Hold on.
Second. Third.
We made it across.
Now, clutch. Brake.
That's a good idea. Clutch. Brake. What now?
You're in fourth. Clutch. Now, you just went straight down into fourth and turned
Okay.
instead of going back to second.
Okay. I'm trying. Oh hell.
Clutch.
And do what?
Second. Clutch. Get out your way.
It might be safe too. Okay, let off the brake. Gently.
You killed it.
Oh my gosh!
Low gear. Now let off on your clutch a little.
The brake or the clutch?
Clutch. Now go to the gas pedal. You didn't give it enough gas.
Okay. Does it feel better to say that? I mean,
You didn't do bad, though. All things considered.
we made it over here alive. Let's work on getting some nails out of some boards today. If you like this content and you find it helpful, we'd really appreciate you subscribing to our channel. We also appreciate you watching and liking our channel. I lost another nail. Dang it. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's all good. We're doing different things here so that we can afford to get the facility set up and to get the barn and feeding area set up. See, we had applied for this program called, it's through the USDA NRCS, and it's called a state cost share program too. However, the red tape and restrictions are so tight that we couldn't even qualify for the program. What does that mean? Well, we filled out the application. We did the surveys. We had them come to the farm. We explained what we wanted. And at first, we thought that yes, this would be doable. It's called a feed-in pad, and it was going to be concrete so the cows could feed on it with feeder panels and different panels to put the hay in. However, the more we thought about it, and the more we got to take in more and more classes, Henry and I did, over cows and feeding them in the wintertime. Because wintertime is mainly when we are feeding constantly. We realized we needed a feeding barn. And what would the feeding barn do? Well, it has a roof over it, concrete, then everything is set up. Pretty much the cows wouldn't leave that area for the winter. But because we wanted to put a roof over it, we were told no, that program did not qualify for a roof, that they used to do feeding barns years ago, and they quit doing it because people abused it. Well, folks, I am sick and tired of things for new farmers and beginner farmers, or supposedly for new farmers and beginner farmers. And it's just another thorn in my side about how these programs are not here to actually help the small farmer, the farmer that just started out. They're not here to help women. They're not here to help young men. I have come to the conclusion that they're only here to help large corporation farms. Because that's all that seems to be able to get these programs anymore. You have to sign a form that you don't make over $900,000 a year. Well, that's a joke, because when they did the specialty crop payments, if you've been watching the news in the USA, and this was last summer, 2025, they changed that you could make over $900,000. We received less than $300 for our specialty crop loss as far as payments, because it was a rough year to get with the rain and the tornadoes and the floods and everything. And then these big, huge farms that made over $10 million a year was getting $1 to $3 million. Well, I don't know, folks, but if you're making $10 million a year, you don't need USDA payments. Could you imagine if they took that $1 million and they gave it to 10 or 15 small farmers? What we could do? I'm just so sick of learning more and more how no system is out here to help the working man and woman. Here we are again, to the point that we can't get help. You may be asking, well, why do you even need to put a roof over it? Cows are outside all the time. Well, cows can handle a lot of bit of weather. They can handle the cold up to a certain extent. Now, they can handle it, but once it gets 55 degrees and it's raining, which it does a lot in the winter in Kentucky, cows start having to burn a lot more energy to maintain their temperature, to maintain growth if they're a calf. So putting the roof over would have helped this situation. And another thing you hear all the time is, oh, I'm talking about USDA NRCS is, oh, we follow all of the recommendations from the land grant universities. Well, really? Because if you did, you would follow that we need a roof. But they don't. They don't. So that was a 75-25 program. So the program, we would have paid all of it. I think I just lost something. We would have paid everything up front. And we would have been responsible for 25%. And they would have paid 75% up to $20,000. Well, I wasn't going to. The barn that we are needing is $70,000. So that's not going to work. So here we are. We're making the best out of it and trying to figure it out. And that's what farmers do. They're constantly trying to figure it out. But it's just so frustrating that these programs are out here. But who do these programs really help? I want to know. Who do they really help? Because it seems like I never have the right idea, or I want too much, or I'm asking too much. It's really aggravating. And it's something that, needs to be addressed. But finding the right people to talk to, well, these farm bills get passed with our representatives that are supposed to be representing us in Washington. State bills with our state representatives. But anymore, I have to ask, who are you really working for? I don't see anybody anymore working for for the common person. And it's sad. It really is sad that we have programs and we have things that we could do, but we can't get them. Go figure. Story of my life.